Thanks everybody for showing up tonight. We really appreciate you being here. This is we're going to show you about emotional releasing and using the essential oils. Now what you're going to hear about tonight is the future of healing. And what we say about the future of healing is everybody is aware of what's happening in our society right now with the medical structure, the expenses. We may not even be able to afford eventually to even go to the doctor or the hospital. So this is really going to be an exciting and unique introduction for you to realize that there's other ways for you to really take care of yourself and to heal yourself. Everything is a vibration. Has anybody ever heard that before? Okay. We're all a vibration. We all vibrate at a certain megahertz. The table right here in front of us is vibrating at a megahertz. The walls, the ceiling, the people, all of us are vibrating at a certain megahertz. That's why people even attract to each other, is because their vibration is similar, right? When people don't seem to correspond or relate to each other, it's not due to anything other than vibration. If you were to take your hand and put it under a microscope, and it was one of those huge, really powerful microscopes, what you would see all the way down is vibration. It would go all the way down to beyond the cell, to the atom. That's what we are. We're all just a vibration of energy. What you think, your emotions, create your vibration. So that's why it's very important, as you've always heard about positive thinking, your thoughts, that creates your vibration. The higher your vibration, the healthier you're going to be, the happier you're going to be. Everything's going to flow more positively and in the direction that you really want to. So that's why it's so important about your thoughts and how you feel about your thoughts. We think over 600,000 thoughts a day. That's how many thoughts are going through our minds. Now you say, oh, that's impossible. But what happens is there's no way that you can focus on every thought. But when you do focus on a thought, if you put some strong emotion with it, that's the thought that's going to create the result that comes back to you. So if you have a bad thought, a negative thought, a sad thought, you are vibrating at that level. So what you're going to attract in your life is going to be sad or bad or unfortunate. When you think good thoughts, happy thoughts, positive thoughts, thoughts about your future, what you really, really want, that is what you're vibrating at, and that is what you're going to attract. Yeah, you can almost picture yourself and everybody else as a magnet. And when you vibrate at that vibration, you are magnetizing what your result is, what comes to you. Now here's a little diagram here that just puts it real simplistic. You choose your thoughts. Here's the energy coming in, you choose your thoughts. Now your thoughts cause your feelings, right? You wouldn't have any feelings unless there's a thought. Everything starts with a thought. If you were to think about it, everything that you know, see, feel, touch, smell was originally someone's thought. So your thoughts cause your feelings. That's when the emotional mind comes into play. The emotion mixed with the intellectual mind, that causes your actions. Your actions go out, and that causes your results. Now some of you say, oh, well, listen, I've had some bad things and some unfortunate things that happened to me, and I never really thought that. It's not specifically the specific thought you're sending out. What happens is if you're lower vibrational thoughts, you're going to attract lower vibrational results. High vibrational thoughts, like I feel great, I am successful, I am going to achieve, I am going to accomplish that goal, I am going to be successful. That's all high positive thoughts. That's what your results, that's what you're going to attract to yourself. That's how you're vibrating. Now, if your vibration is low, this picture right here is, if any of you are familiar with Dr. Emoto's water experiments, this is a low vibrational example of water that's been exposed to low vibrational expressions, actions, or thoughts. Now, if you will attract low vibrational things, people, events, and illness if your vibration is low. Emotional trauma or painful events can be stored in the body. When it gets stored in the body over years and years and years, if it's never released, that's what grows into disease. That's what grows into unhappiness. So it stores it in the body. If stored and never released, your body will shut down and result in disease. Now, if your vibration is high, and that's our goal, that's where we want to be, so we can live a fulfilled and happy and successful life, you're going to attract high vibrational things, people, events, opportunities. You're going to have happiness, love, health, well-being, abundance, joy, bliss, success. This is what you want. That's why it's important for your vibration to stay high. Here's a little example about vibrational frequency. Negative thoughts will lower your vibrational frequency by 12 megahertz. Positive thoughts raise your vibrational megahertz by 10. Prayer, meditation will raise your vibrational frequency by 15 megahertz. The human brain vibrates at 72 to 90 megahertz. Your human body during the day vibrates at 62 to 68. When you get a cold, that means that your body is vibrating at 58. Flu symptoms, 57. Candida, 55. Epstein-Barr, 52. Cancer, 42. And death begins when your body vibrates at 25 megahertz. Processed and canned food gives you nothing. It's zero. You get no up or down. Fresh produce will raise your vibration up to 15 megahertz. Dry herbs will bring it up from 12 to 22. Fresh herbs, 20 to 27. And your essential oils, and that's why the essential oils are so critical in trying to keep you healthy, building your vibration to stay high, because it's at 52 to 320 megahertz. Reaction to substance. This was an experiment that was done with two young males, 26 and 24. Both measured at 66 megahertz, and as you recall, that's where our body vibrates when it's normal and healthy. Now, just one of them held a cup of coffee. Now, for those of you who love coffee, and I used to love coffee, so I can understand if you're going, oh no. But he held one cup of coffee, and in 3 seconds, his vibration dropped to 58 megahertz. He inhaled the essential oil, and within 21 seconds, he returned back to 66 megahertz. Now, the other young male took one sip of coffee, just one. His dropped down to 52 megahertz in 3 seconds. And if you remember that scale, 52 was around, I think it was Candida. They didn't give him any essential oil. It took him 3 days, just from one sip of coffee, to return back to 66 megahertz. So if you're drinking something like coffee every day, that means that you're lowering your megahertz. And if you continuously keep it there, that's why it's very easy for you to become sick or ill.